In a world that relentlessly tries to mold you into someone else's vision, personal sovereignty is not some sort of a nice to have item on your Christmas list. It is actually survival. Every day, invisible chains tighten around your mind, time, and potential. So today, we're not here to talk about personal freedom. We are here to declare war on all the forces that try to keep you small. Welcome to the modern renaissance of your personal power, where you become the ruthless architect of your own personal sovereignty. The question is not whether you can afford to take back control, it's whether you can afford not to. So beyond all the platitude, let's dissect what personal sovereignty truly is in this era of constant digital noise and societal pressure. Forget all the fluff you may have heard about this concept. This is about foundational strengths. Because personal sovereignty is not a weekend retreat, it's not a corporate retreat, this is not some kind of retreat you're going to go to that's going to teach you how to become more sovereign. It is not. It is the fundamental difference between living your own life or having someone else live it for you. It is the fundamental distinction between architecting your own existence and passively accepting a prefabricated one. Think of your personal sovereignty as an operating system for your life. And here are the 5 crucial functions that you have to consider. I.B.P.R.C. These are the acronyms I've came up with when it comes to how to help you understand what personal sovereignty is all about. Let's go with the first one. I for what? Internal authority. This is not about repeating some personal affirmations in front of a mirror on a daily basis. No, my friend. This is about the capacity to dissect your own thoughts and be able to tell which one are yours or which one are simply you trying to regurgitate someone else's beliefs or opinion about a particular subject. It's about the capacity to identify clearly the origin of all your beliefs. Are they truly yours? Were they forged through experience and critical thinking? These are the questions you have to consider when it comes to internal authority. Are they simply the echo of all the media you consume on a daily basis? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all this media on a daily basis that seem to bombard your mind with all kind of different agenda that are not always yours. Are they simply the opinions of the people around you? Or are they simply the opinions of the people who have gone before you? These are the questions you have to consider as well. Mastering internal authority means you have to become the gatekeeper as far as your own mind is concerned. And stand there ruthlessly questioning every input and ensuring that your decisions stem from your own reasoned judgment and not some form of external manipulation. B for what? Boundary enforcement, or the unwavering line in the sand. Setting boundaries, my friend, is just the beginning. Defending them with unwavering resolve is the crucial follow-through that you have to consider, especially in this world that constantly seems to be probing for your weaknesses and seeks to extract your time and energy. And this is where you precisely have to come to understand that your boundaries are not some form of polite suggestions. Your boundaries are meant to be non-negotiable fortifications around your life. So while you expect them to be tested, your response must at all times be decisive and consistent. This is not about being difficult, not at all. It's about your own self-preservation. It's simply about understanding that every single yes you be saying to someone else's agenda is potentially a no that you're actually putting in front of your own particular and unique agenda. P for what? P for purposeful redirection. This is simply where you come to understand that personal sovereignty is about navigating life with intent. Because you come to understand that yes, life on autopilot is some form of surrender. And purposeful redirection is precisely an active rejection of any type of drift as far as your mind, as far as your time, as far as your purpose are concerned. It's about being the captain and defining for yourself what the trajectory is going to be on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, and on a yearly basis. It's about understanding your own unique values and aligning them with your actions accordingly. This, of course, my friend, requires conscious thoughts, deliberate planning, and a refusal to be swayed by fleeting trends and an expectation from your society. Here's the truth. Your life is a finite resource. And the question is, are you going to let it be wasted, or are you going to take back the helm and steer it towards a destination of your own choosing? All for what? Resilient independence. This is where you have to develop the strength to stand alone. Because here's the truth. Too much dependence, whether financial, emotional, so on and so forth, can lead to something really dangerous. Excessive vulnerability. But at the same time, it is important to understand that yes, resilient independence is not about trying to achieve some form of isolation. It's about cultivating the inner strength and practical skills to stand firm, even when the crowds around you are moving in a completely different direction. You have to develop the strength to simply say, no, I know my values, I know my beliefs, I know my vision, I'm going to stand flat-footed and I'm going to be moving in a completely different direction. Because as a matter of fact, history is littered with all kind of different story where the group mentality led to some crazy catastrophes. And at the same time, true progress comes from the ability that some pioneers develop at one point or the other to think and act independently. But building this resilience will precisely ensure that your path is not dictated by the approval or the validation of other peoples out there. Last but not least, let's consider the final one. Conscious rejection, or the power of the strategic no. Here's the truth. Society, by nature and by design, offers everyone, the masses, not individuals, prepackaged path, prepackaged solutions, or default settings designed to lead everyone in a particular direction. And again, this is not for the individuals. These are designed for the masses. These are designed to keep everyone aligned and to make sure that everyone behaves and thinks exactly in the same manner. So in this particular context, conscious rejection is the ability to evaluate all these default settings, these pre-approved packages that society is trying to offer you, and say no. Have the ability to say no to anything, any pre-approved package, any default setting that does not align with your vision, your goals, and more specifically, the action you want to take on a daily basis. But this will require clarity and the willingness to potentially stand apart. It's about understanding that saying no to anything that is irrelevant is going to free up some time and some space for you to do some truly essential work as far as your life mission is concerned. This is not about retreating from the world. This is not about becoming a loner, not at all. It's about engaging the world from a position of strength and clarity. And ultimately, living your life on your own terms. So, are you ready to move beyond the surface level understanding of this concept known as personal sovereignty? Are you ready to actively architect your own internal fortress? This video has simply laid the essential groundwork. This is not the end, it's simply the beginning. It's your critical first move. Over the coming weeks, we'll be dissecting the pillars of this internal fortress with laser focus. We will provide you with concrete strategies, practical frameworks, real-world case studies, and the necessary mindset recalibrations to not just intellectually understand, but to architect your personal sovereignty from the ground up. I'm gonna stop right here. The best is yet to come, but in order for the best to be manifested, you and I have to remain intentional. One more thing before I go. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that next time we put together a video about this series on personal sovereignty, you don't miss it and you are amongst the first one to see it and share it and actually digest it. The power to live a truly sovereign life is within your reach. Join us as we unlock it step by step. Alright, welcome to the revolution of you. Much love. I'm out.